Kentucky chicken fingers for lunch. Chris will be so surprised. Good. It's lunchtime, we're all hungry. I laid out some chicken fingers. I bought these in the frozen section during the pandemic because there wasn't a lot of available meat. And so I just got the store brand of chicken fingers. They're just, tenders I think is what they're called. So we're gonna put these in buttermilk and we're going to go ahead and fix our batter. My chicken fingers are delicious, they're easy to make. And we're gonna put in 1 1/2 cups of self-rising flour. And if you don't have self-rising, of course you can use plain, but I put a little baking powder in there with it if I did. So there's 1 1/2 cups of plain flour. Okay? Now we're going to put in some Hidden Valley Ranch. And we're going to use 1 1/2 tablespoons of this. So there's 1 1/2. Paprika, 2 teaspoons. One, 2. 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. This is a half, so I gotta put in 3 of these. So that's 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and then a teaspoon of pepper. So you got your chicken in the buttermilk, you got 1 1/2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 1/2 tablespoons of Hidden Valley Ranch. And now we're going to mix those together, and that's what we're going to coat our chicken in. I've got our skillet over here preheating. You can see the eye under it is hot. We're going to go ahead and put some oil in here and let it get preheated. And I usually use at least about a 1/2 inch of oil when I fry chicken finger. I've got tater tots in my air fryer over there. You can hear them. We're going to swap places with this. We're going to mix this up. Okay? And we're going to start frying this. I'm going to see if it's hot enough. You can just get a little piece of chicken, put it in here, and just put it in your grease. And when it starts to float and sizzle, that's when it's going to be ready to drop. That's a pretty good view there. Now you can see that it's starting to pop and sizzle. So I'm going to go ahead and start braiding some of these fingers and just letting them sit on the side of my pie plate. Press it in there good so that they have a nice coating. And when you're using self-rising, there's no need to double dip because it just does a really good job of getting crunchy, and it's pretty thick on the chicken already. So I like to coat all my fingers and then drop them at the same time, of course. See, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8, so I'll cook 4 at a time. And you're only going to fry these 3 minutes per side. I'm going to drop these. It's going to cool the grease down just a tad. Our grease is going to turn kind of a reddish orange color because of the paprika. Make sure you get them all in there. And it's pretty much almost deep frying. So we're gonna turn our timer on for 3 minutes, and when it beeps, we'll flip them over. And while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and finish battering these. All right, my eye's right at 6. That's 3 minutes. We're going to flip them. Hello, girlie. And Chris just came in from fishing, so he'll get a piece of chicken. 3 more minutes. All right, we got 20 seconds left, so these are almost ready. These are perfectly brown. So if you got an electric eye, you may want to cook them on number 6 and try, that. And that way they won't get too brown against the bottom of the skillet. They look good. So we're going to pick these up and put them in here with these. This is a blending fork that I use. I use it for a lot of things, and not just for blending, but we used it to blend the flour. And now we're using it to get the chicken out and flip the chicken. And that way you only have one utensil dirty. Then I'm going to show you some sauce that I'm making. And there's a video for the sauce. If you'll just search CVC honey mustard or Collard Valley Cooks honey mustard, you'll find it online. The recipe's always at the bottom of the post. Turn that off. Now for the honey mustard, I just use mayonnaise, mustard, and honey. Mix them up together in a bowl. If you want it to taste a little bit more like Chick-fil-A sauce, then you could put in a little bit of barbecue sauce, and it makes it taste more like the Chick-fil-A sauce. All their Chick-fil-A is pretty much honey mustard with some barbecue to give kind of a little bit of a smoky flavor. When you do your chicken fingers like this, they're nice, they're done, and they're so juicy because you don't overcook them. And to dip them in honey mustard, there's nothing better. Thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. My kids love their mama's cooking.